Imagine you're standing on the surface of Jupiter, not floating through its atmosphere, but actually standing on solid ground. Now imagine you start to run. How fast do you think you could go? Could you sprint like an Olympic athlete? Or would you barely be able to lift your feet? The answer might surprise you. But before we lace up our running shoes, there's one tiny problem. Jupiter doesn't have a surface. Not one you could stand on anyway. It's a gas giant. So if you tried to land on Jupiter, you'd just keep falling through thicker and thicker layers of hydrogen and helium until the pressure crushed you into a kind of exotic planetary soup. Not exactly great running conditions. But for the sake of this experiment, let's imagine. Let's pretend we could build a platform, a perfectly solid, flat surface at the level where Jupiter's atmospheric pressure is similar to Earth's. What would happen if you tried to run? First, let's talk about gravity. Jupiter is enormous. It's more than 300 times as massive as Earth. And because of that, its gravitational pull is brutal. At the cloud tops, the gravity is about 2.5 times stronger than what you feel here at home. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you weigh 150 pounds on Earth, on Jupiter, you'd weigh nearly 400 pounds. Your own body would feel like you're carrying 2.5 people on your back. Your muscles, your bones, your heart, they're simply not designed for that kind of load. Just standing up would be exhausting. Lifting your foot to take a step would feel like pushing against an invisible weight. But let's say you're in incredible shape. You train for years in a special suit that simulates Jupiter's gravity. Could you run? Probably not, at least not in the way we think of running. Running involves a moment where both feet leave the ground, a moment of flight. On Jupiter, to achieve that, you'd need to generate enough force to overcome that crushing gravity. You'd have to push off the ground with tremendous power. And here's the thing. Even if you could push off, you'd barely get airborne. Your leap would be low, and you'd come crashing back down almost instantly. Your stride would shorten dramatically. Your speed would plummet. A world-class sprinter on Earth can reach nearly 28 miles per hour. On Jupiter, you'd be lucky to manage a clumsy, fast walk. Maybe 3 or 4 miles per hour if you could move at all. But there's another twist. Jupiter isn't just heavy, it's also huge. Its circumference at the equator is over 270,000 miles. That means the planet is spinning incredibly fast. A day on Jupiter is only about 10 hours long. So while you're struggling to stand, the cloud tops beneath you are whipping around the planet at nearly 30,000 miles per hour. If you were at the equator, standing on that imaginary platform, you'd already be moving at that insane speed relative to space. But you wouldn't feel it, just like you don't feel Earth spinning. You'd feel the crushing gravity, but not the speed. Now let's push this thought experiment even further. What if you could run in Jupiter's upper atmosphere, where the gravity is still intense, but maybe you had some kind of suit? The weather would stop you. Jupiter is a stormy planet. Winds can reach 400 miles per hour. That's faster than the most powerful tornadoes on Earth. You wouldn't be running. You'd be ripped apart by supersonic hydrogen winds. And there's one more factor. Jupiter has a powerful magnetic field. It's 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. It traps intense radiation, particles moving at nearly the speed of light. If you tried to run on Jupiter, you wouldn't just be crushed. You'd be cooked by radiation. So how fast can we run on Jupiter? In reality, the answer is not at all. The planet is a hostile, crushing, storm-ravaged world with no solid surface. But if we had to give a number, if we imagine the most superhuman, suited, and shielded runner, maybe they could manage a slow jog. But that's okay, because Jupiter doesn't want us to run on it. It wants to show us the raw, untamed power of our solar system. It's a reminder that Earth, with its gentle gravity and solid ground, is the perfect place for a morning run. So next time you go for a jog, remember, you're moving faster than anyone ever could on Jupiter. And that's a pretty good reason to keep running. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And tell us in the comments what topic you'd like us to explore next. Every like, comment, and subscription helps this channel grow and allows us to keep creating more content like this.